What's going on, RFL fans? Welcome to some Week 6 RFL action as we got a great one in store for you tonight. We got the Oklahoma City Lancers taking on the Houston Gunners. Both teams looking to make some statements heading into what could be a postseason berth for both teams. You got the Houston Gunners at 3-2, looking to get back on track in the NFC East, as they are 2 games behind the NFC East leading Steamers from Memphis. In the NFC South, you got OKC at 4-1, leading that division, tied with the Marshalls at 4-1 as well, and the Desperados right on their tail at 3-1. So as both teams looking to establish themselves into the standings, this is a pivotal game for both teams. As you take a look at both teams coming out of the locker rooms, coming out onto the field, was able to get a quote real quick from the head coach for the Houston Gunners, Coach James. He said that he's expecting a grand effort from both players and coaches. This is a must-win. He said this is a must-win for our confidence as a football team. And you got to see what is in store, as OKC hasn't played an RFL game since Week 3 when they won 28-25 over the San Antonio Marshalls. And then Houston hasn't played an RFL game since Week 2 when they lost 19-13 to San Antonio as well, as the kick goes into the end zone and be fielded for a touchback. So we'll get this game underway real quick. I missed the start there, my bad, just going over some of my notes. But we will get this started as Jabri Jackson will come out. Come out in the pistol formation here. So he'll throw it out quick to his receiver's going to get positive yards. That is KV Ford Jr. making the first reception. Let's take a look at the starters on the offensive line. Norworth, Lynn, Sims, Fisk, Kauscher. Backs and the receivers, Ford Jr., Flores Jr., Cam, and Rutledge are the backs and the receivers for this Houston Gunners offense, as Jabri Jackson will go under center on the 2nd down and 5. Going to throw it out quick to the receiver Colt Cruz, who is going to get cleaned out in the backfield, as Israel Dunlap comes up making the big play, and very quickly comes to a 3rd down. But more importantly, on the play that made it was Israel Dunlap, and he's had quite a season. 42 tackles, 6 tackles for loss. He also has 1 sack and 1 interception on the season, so making big plays for the OKC defense. 3rd down and 7. Jabri Jackson will take the shotgun snap. He's buying some time. He's going to throw it underneath. Pass is going to be caught, enough for a 1st down, getting close to the 40. Coming up a yard short is the halfback, Ricky Flores, coming out of the backfield and making the reception before he was tackled by Kramer. Just finding the open space underneath, and there wasn't a Lancer defender within 5 yards when he caught the football, able to get enough for the 1st down and getting some little bit extra. And so 1st down and 10, ball up to the 39-yard line. Jabri Jackson, shotgun formation, taking the snap. He's going to fire it out to the left. The pass will be caught. Getting positive yards, getting to 2nd and inches is Ford Jr. He's already looking to be heavily involved in the offense. Jabri Jackson's going to get hit and dropped in the backfield by Bryant Cross. Coming up and making a sack. Big play for the Oklahoma City Lancers defense. As you take a look, Jackson, he had the bunch formation. He had a receiver, but the man coverage from OKC really put the kibosh on that play, as Jabri Jackson, by the time he wanted to run with the football, he just had to hold it, as Bryant Cross getting his 4th sack on the season. setting up a 3rd down and 5 in the shotgun formation as Jackson takes the snap. He's got fire underneath again. to Ricky Flores, and it's going to be caught for another first down. So Ricky Flores just doing work on this drive in those third downs. So 2 for 2 on the third down conversions, both to Ricky Flores coming out of the backfield, and that's going to have to be something that OKC can really need to get a grasp on early in the game, or else that might just be something that maybe they didn't plan on, was Flores coming out of the backfield. But either way, first down and 10. Jackson throwing it out quick to Ford, who's going to get hit and tackled by DeJuan Fells, the starting corners. Take a look at the defense. Schilling, Chisholm, Higgins, and Cross are the defensive line. Linebackers is fine. Hollis and Pennington, studs at the linebacking core. Fells, Carter, McNally, and Dunlap in the secondary. So, 2nd and 5. Ball up to the 44-yard line inside Lancers territory here in the first possession. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Goes Ray Jr. He's going to be at the 40-yard line, so he's going to be 1 yard short. 3rd down and 1. In the pistol formation is Jabri Jackson. He's going to play action. He's going to roll out. He's going to have enough for the first down. Making a juke and getting a couple guys and getting past the 30 to the 26-yard line. One rushing attempt for 14 yards, Jabri Jackson. And already the Houston Gunners offense on the first possession looking mighty here in the first go-around, and this is something that they need to keep it going. Jabri Jackson on the season, 96 for 136 are the completions, which comes out to a 70% completion percentage. He's got 1,183 passing yards, 7 touchdowns on the season to 2 interceptions. He takes the shotgun snap. He's got to fire deep across the middle. Oh, and it's going to be broken up by McNally. Should have been intercepted. As Jabri Jackson playing with fire here inside the close to the red zone. Luckily, it fell incomplete. So we got to throw it out on second down to Colt Cruz. He's got enough for the first down, getting inside the 15 to the 12 before he is knocked out by McNally coming from his safety spot to make the tackle. Jabri Jackson also has 25 carries for 217 yards and 1 touchdown just to finish up his stats so far on the season. He is averaging 236.6 yards per game. And he's got a QBR of 108.1 as you take a look on a replay of Colt Cruz making the receiver screen, making something out of nothing and getting actually a pretty decent gain out of it as well. One of the best yards that we've seen on receiver screens that I've called. It's going to be a handoff to Ray Jr., who's going to get cleaned out in the backfield. Coming up is Pennington. Also Hubbard coming up as well, as they both meet in the backfield to drop Ray Jr., because he just had nowhere to go. And that's something that Houston just hasn't been able to hone in on, is the running game. Ray Jr. coming in with 83 carries for 290 yards, which comes out to a 3.5 yards average, as Ray Jr. is going to get hit and dropped in the backfield. Fine coming from his outside linebacking spot, making the tackle for loss, and already it's a 3rd down and 16 inside the red zone. Back-to-back huge plays for the Lancers defense as the Gunners are going away from what brought them down the field, and when they get inside the red zone, they went 2 straight running plays, and they haven't worked. We'll have to see what they do here on 3rd down. 3rd and 16, Ricky Flores in the backfield. Jabri Jackson taking the snap. He's going to throw it underneath to who else but Flores, who's going to get 1 yard short of the first down. He comes up 1 yard short. Ball up to the 3-yard line, and Carter came down and made the sure tackle before Flores could make some moves to make people miss and maybe get the first down. But we're already seeing what Jabri Jackson wants to do on these 3rd downs, throwing it underneath to his running back. Getting all the way down, getting 1 yard short. So just a great play from Flores and Jackson, but not enough for the first down. And so Alan Bulger will have to come out to attempt the field goal. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to fall incomplete as the backup quarterback, Jimmy Largent. Yeah, geez. I get why you want to go for it, but at the same time, you're right there. You got to get the points when you can. And a great stand for the Oklahoma City Lancers, and the gutsy play call by the Houston Gunners, and it will do them no good. And so, coming out for his first series is Trey Mason III, and it's going to be a handoff. And going up the middle is Rashawn Gary going up the middle. Take a look at his numbers last week: 11 carries for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. And on the season, he has 58 carries, 332 yards. I know I messed up when I hit change of possession, so we'll get this going on the right track now. So Gary coming in 332 rushing yards on the season. We'll get to more of the stats after this play. Is Mason dropping back and throw it over the middle. Pass will be caught by the receiver, TJ Winsney. And, oh man, he's going to come up injured. And oh man, you don't like to see that on the very first throwing attempt. And first reception on the day by TJ Winsney. Oh man, he's looking a little bum on that ankle. And on the season, 24 receptions, 303 yards. He's tied for 5th in touchdowns with 2, and he's averaging 60.6 yards per game. So that's a huge loss for this Lancers passing attack. On this first down 10 play, Rashawn Gary making some nice moves, breaking out a couple tackles and getting positive yards. Pickup of 7, setting up a 2nd down and 3. Trey Mason III in the shotgun formation. Play action here. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass will be caught by the tight end, Zach Hobbs, who's coming in for the injured TJ Winsney. If I get any information, I'll be sure to pass it along to you guys. First down and 10. It's going to be a pitch play, and blocking is not going to get out there in time. And coming down is Walters making the tackle. Huge tackle on Gary. So 2nd down and 9. Trey Mason hurrying it up. He's going to go hand it off to Gary. He's going to go up the middle and getting up to the 45-yard line. And no gain on the play before Rutan came down and made the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Mason takes the snap. He's going to scramble. He's going to roll out. He's going to try to fire it to Gary underneath. But he was blanket covered on that play. And it falls incomplete. Will Christie getting his hand in there, knocking the football away, disrupting the catch. And so even if Gary would have caught that, he still would have been very, very short of the first down marker. And so unlike Houston, where they were able to march down the field, OKC, they will just get 1 first down before they had to punt the football away. And it goes out at the 38-yard line. But just to go back on Rashawn Gary, he's got 5.7 yards that he averages per rush. He's got 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions for 105 yards. And so coming out for his 2nd series is Dupree Jackson. And it's going to be a play action. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to get outside. But coming down and getting the play was Dunlap, who was able to come down and make the sure tackle, only holding Jackson to a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Dupree Jackson takes the shotgun snap. Going to fire it out quickly, and it's going to be caught on the play by the Gunners receiver, Angelo Rutledge, getting his first reception here. And getting the gain of 6, so setting up a 3rd down and 3. Jackson taking the shotgun snap. He's going to roll out. He's got enough for the first down and then some, past the 40, and he's going to slide down at the 38-yard line. McNally touching him just to make sure he was down, but once the quarterback slides, he's giving himself up. And so he's going to be down right where he is. Hope everybody in chat, in the YouTube chat, is having a great weekend so far, as we're finishing up the night here on a very busy Saturday. And so I'd like to hopefully this game plays out well for everybody to end the Saturday, get ready for Sunday and Monday coverage, as Junior will try to go outside, but he's going to be hit and dropped by Carter for a loss of 1. So great job by Sean Carter coming down, making the tackle for loss, and Ray Jr. And so he just can't get anything going in the game so far. We'll have to see if that's something that will continue. It looks like the Lancers defense has been zeroing in on the run plays. Dupree Jackson play action. He's going to roll out. He's got up to the 30, and that's where he's going to be down. I thought he was going to keep going, but he decides to slide. Coming up 3 yards short of the first down. It sets up a 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 30-yard line as we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. Going to be play action. Jabri Jackson throwing it over the middle. Pass is going to be caught by Kavian Ford, and he's going to be down at the 16-yard line, picking up enough for the first down as he has 4 receptions for 34 yards so far in the game today. And so on the season, he has 24 receptions. Coming into today, 24 receptions, 302 receiving yards, and 0 touchdowns. Very surprising from the number 1 receiver for the Houston Gunners offense. So under 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we're up to see, and they will not call a play as we come to the end of the first quarter. Very fast-moving first quarter, and we're all knotted up 0-0. And so as we come back for the start of the second quarter, Jabri Jackson was starting the shotgun formation on his first down at 10. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass is going to be caught and getting inside the 5-yard line. Angelo Rutledge getting inside the 5 to the 4. First down and goal. Can the Gunners get into the end zone? Going to be a handoff up the middle to Ray Jr. and he is going to be hit by Hollis and then finished up by Hubbard and is not going to get there. It's another tackle for loss. And this Oklahoma City defense is just swarming. The linebacking core in general on the running plays are just coming up and blowing up the run. They're just blowing up the run. Anything that the Houston Gunners are trying to do is just not working. We'll have to see if the Gunners make any changes on that second down and goal. It's going to be a keeper by Jabri Jackson, who's going to hit no gain on the play, and Hollis coming up yet again and making a big play, setting up a third down and goal at the 5-yard line. Jackson in the shotgun formation, trips to the top of the screen. He's got some time. He's got to fire it. It's almost going to be intercepted, and it's almost going to be caught on the deflection from the interception, but it's going to fall incomplete as Jordan Kramer, the outside linebacker, had his first hands on it for the Oklahoma City Lancers. Take a look, and then almost corralled by Colt Cruz coming across the middle. That would have been something special oh no, it wasn't Colt Cruz, it was the receiver just before him, so Rashawn Bridges. And so, 4th down and goal, we'll have to see if they're going to go for it. They will. They'll take the 3 points and tacking it through the uprights, and good is Alan Bulger. And so just like that, Houston, not a house call, but they get inside the red zone, and they just don't have enough to capitalize. And give credit to Oklahoma City, as their defense has just been swarming when the Gunners get inside the red zone. And the ball will be brought up to the 26-yard line, so that is where Trey Mason III will take over. TM3, we'll have to see if he could do better than his last series, as it was 1 first down and then a 3 and out right after that. And so John Copy bringing the ball up to the 26-yard line. Trey Mason will start in the I formation. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Is going to go O'Quinn, and he will get just a little bit, just a gain of 2, getting the ball up to the 29-yard line. As Trey Mason III will go in the shotgun formation, trips to the bottom of the screen. He takes the snap. He's going to fire it out, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Kenny Bills. Give credit to the coverage for the Houston Gunners, as they were all over the receivers. 3rd down and 8. Empty set formation. Trey Mason has to throw it. He throws it to the sideline. Pass was intended for Gary, the running back, making the play, going out for the route, but it was broken up on the play by Zach Walters, who was just making plays left and right here for the Gunners defense early and often. And so on this 4th down and 8, Wes Pedrino is going to come on to punt the football away. It's going to be fielded just a little bit before the 30-yard line and brought up to the 37-yard line by Kavian Ford Jr. So that is where Jabri Jackson will start his 3rd possession of the game so far. And, been looking very good. This Gunners offense, the passing attack in general, has just been lights out to start the game. And Jabri Jackson's going to keep it and going to be hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Fine coming up and making the tackle. And he has just been all over the field so far, and on the season, 24 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and he already has about 2 so far, so to give him 8 on the season. He also has 5.5 sacks, which is tied for 5th in the NFC. And so Kason Fine has just been all over the field for the Lancers this season and doing it again this game. Just picking up where he's been leaving off after every game. So 3rd down and 13. Jabari Jackson taking the shotgun snap out of the bunch formation. He's got to fire across the middle, and it's just going to fall incomplete. As he had a receiver, but give credit for the Lancers, as the secondary was all over, had the right coverage there. 3rd down and 13. Jabari Jackson dropping back on the shotgun formation, going to throw it to his safety blanket, Ricky Flores, who's going to make another reception on 3rd down. And has 4 receptions for 39 yards, but this isn't going to be enough as he only gets up to the 40-yard line, and that's just not going to do it. Just a great play by the Lancers on this drive, holding the Gunners to a 3-and-out. I believe their first one, their first one of the game. And so the punting unit will come on and punt the ball away. Garrison Charles is punting it. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And so we'll have to see what Trey Mason III and this Oklahoma City offense can do, as they just they've been stuck in neutral for the start of the game so far, as we are inside 10:45 left to go in the first half. A very quick first quarter, and here in the second quarter, not so much. It's been a little bit. So the 1st down and 10. Pass will be caught by DeAndre Kane. Getting enough for the 1st down. Ball up to the 31-yard line. Trey Mason will go under center. It's going to be another pitch play to Gary, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. As being in there was Will Christie, coming from his linebacker spot, coming down and making the play in the backfield. Had the right recognition there. Coming down and making the hit. Golston was also in there. And also Dwayne Caston as well. So you hit 3 Gunners, 3 defensive players for the Gunners just in there swarming to that football. 3rd down and 13. Mason III taking the snap. It's going to be a screen play. Is there blocking set up? No, it's not. Will Christie's coming down and making the tackle. Making the sure tackle on Rasan Gary. Just a great play, and I saw that all the way up here in the booth. Just the beeline that Christie made as soon as Gary made the reception. And there's just nothing Gary could do. There's going to be no blocks set up there that would get rid of Will Christie. You like to see maybe the offensive line way back a little bit. So 3rd down and a country mile, 3rd and 18. So at the 22-yard line, Mason III will take the shotgun snap. He's going to fire deep across the middle. It's going to had enough for a 1st down if they would have came down with it. John Johnson had his hands on it, but it falls incomplete. And give credit to the coverage for the Houston Gunners, as it falls incomplete, and the coverage there was just phenomenal. It's Tavares Golston, who's just been a playmaking stud so far for the Houston Gunners. 20 tackles, 2 interceptions. He's tied for 3rd in the NFC with those 2 interceptions. And so the punt will be kicked away from Russ Petrino yet again. Ford is going to field it at the 25, and that was where he's going to be tackled. And so we'll have to see. We've kind of hit a little bit of a lag here since Houston went down for the field goal. They could be up 6, but the very first drive when they marched on the field, they decided to go for a fake on the field goal attempt instead of taking the 3. So Jabari Jackson will hand it off to Ray Jr., who's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield for no gain. Great job from the linebackers yet again for the Oklahoma City Lancers. And so 2nd down and 10, Jabari Jackson, the shotgun. He's going to fire across the middle to Colt Cruz, who's going to make the reception, get the ball up to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4, setting up a 3rd down and 6. Jabari Jackson, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Pocket starting to collapse. He's going to throw it over the middle. The pass is going to be caught by Ronnie Cam, the tight end. And McNally coming down and making the tackle, but not before Ronnie Cam gets up to the 43-yard line, picking up the 1st down. And Jabari Jackson on these 3rd down attempts has been, it's either been Ricky Flores, and now we finally see a new guy come up in the 3rd down conversions, as the tight end. It's only a matter of time before Ronnie Cam gets his receptions, and he did right there. And on the season, 15 receptions, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season. As that's also tied for 5th in the NFC in touchdowns with his 2. So first down and 10. Pistol formation. Handoff to Ray Jr. is going to go up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped. And coming up and making the play, number 55, Pennington. Dude's just been all over the field so far in the game, and just making more plays after play after play. Coming in with 24 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. That is tied for 2nd in the NFC, and he has 3 sacks on the season. So Tim Pennington getting it done when needed. 2nd and 11. Going to be another handoff going up the middle. And getting a short gain on the play was Ray Jr. As Chisholm getting the tackle. 3rd down and 8. Jerry Jackson taking the shotgun stab. He's going to try to fire to Ronnie Cam, but it falls incomplete. And so he will give way to the punting unit, as he had Ronnie Cam, but he threw it just before Cam was coming out of his route, and he just threw it just a little bit too quick. Maybe hold on to it just a fraction longer. He might have had Cam coming out of his break, and so the punt will be kicked away from Garrison Charles and be out at the 33-yard line. And so Trey Mason, the 3rd, coming out for yet another drive, as I don't believe OKC has even gotten past midfield yet. So first down and 10. Quick throw out to Kane, who's got enough for the first down. Joe Johnson, getting the reception, getting enough for the first down up to the 47-yard line. And the receiver screen, as they will mark that a rushing play, and as it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. A great blocking out front from the OKC receiver. I have to take a look to see who it was. Can't really see on replay who the receiver was on that side. Getting the great block out there and springing John Johnson for the first down in what was probably the biggest gain for the OKC offense. So Trey Mason, pressure coming on the corner blitz. He's going to throw it. He does, and he has the receiver John Johnson yet again for a first down inside Gunners territory down to the 34-yard line. As the pocket was collapsing for Trey Mason, you probably heard me say just throw it, and he did right before he got hit. That was a beautiful pocket awareness from Trey Mason the 3rd on probably it was his best throw of the game so far, and give credit to John Johnson getting open for his quarterback, giving him actually pretty wide open as well. So first down and 10, ball inside the Gunners territory for the first time today. Trey Mason the 3rd taking the snap. He's going to throw it. He will to Kane. He's going to make the catch and get the ball up to the 31-yard line before he is hit and tackled by Sheldon Hoskins, the free safety, come down and making the play for a gain of 3. On the 2nd and 7, he's going to throw it out as Trey Mason. It's going to be caught by Kane yet again. Actually, Kenny Bills making the reception. So 3rd down and 13. Trey Mason the 3rd. Ball to the 27-yard line of Houston. And he's going to fire across the middle, and it's going to be caught. There he is, DeAndre Kane making the reception, getting the ball inside the 10 to the 8-yard line before he is hit and tackled. And so the Oklahoma City offense is coming alive here in this drive. And right before the getting close to the end of the first half, this is something you can build on going into the second half. The Houston Gunners defense just doesn't have any answer right now in this drive. We'll have to see if they can come up with a big stop here. It's going to be a handoff to Gary. Does he have enough? He's going to get inside the 5 and going to be tackled at the 3-yard line. Second down and goal. Trey Mason the 3rd in the shotgun formation. He's got Rashawn Gary, and that will be the 2-minute warning. They will not get a playoff. And at the 2-minute warning, we finally got a score in the second half as the Houston Gunners are on top of the OKC Lancers, 3-0. But OKC is marching down the field. Mason the 3rd under center. He's got to fire it into the end zone. He was wide open, but it hits him in the helmet, and it falls incomplete. Oh man, you got to feel for that receiver. He was wide open in the back of the end zone. Trey Mason threw it right to him, and he's going to come back to Kenny Bills, and it won't phase Trey Mason III as Kenny Bills running the perfect out route and just setting up a wide open as the man coverage down there in the red zone just did not work on that play for the Houston Gunners. And Kenny Bills getting his first house call for 6 here tonight. And the first touchdown in the game goes to the Oklahoma City Lancers. And Kenny Bills getting a second touchdown reception on the season. And the extra point attempt is up and good from Joaquin Gonzalez. And just like that, OKC has the lead 7-3 over Houston with just under 2 minutes left to go, 1:53 to be exact. And we'll have to see what Jabri Jackson has in store. He is known for the bright lights, and we'll have to see what he can do in just the final 2 minutes of the first half. He'll be fielded at the 11-yard line by Kevin Ford, who's got some blocks up in front, gets past the 40. Excellent return up to the 42-yard line. And Jabri Jackson has excellent field position in what could be their final possession of the first half with 1:48 left to go. Now, I want to see some deep shots downfield. Definitely think they could get it done. Jabri Jackson has the arm. The receivers are there. Let's see what they have in store. As he was starting the shotgun formation, he takes the snap. Gonna fire across the middle, and the pass will be caught by the receiver, Angelo Rutledge, making the reception. 2nd and inches, shotgun snap for Jackson. Gonna fire over the middle. Pass was intended for Flores, but it falls incomplete. He was just a little inaccurate on that throw. Setting up a 3rd and inches. Empty set formation. The shotgun is Jabri Jackson. Gonna fire across the middle. Pass will be caught by Colt Cruz. He's going to be hit by Kramer and dropped there at the 39-yard line, but they get into OKC territory. And we're coming with just getting close to the 1 minute mark. 1 minute and 9 left to go in the first half, as it looks like the Gunners are in no hurry to get this next snap off. They'll probably take a timeout with 1 minute and 1 second left to go. We'll have to see if that's exactly what they do, but it looks like they're going to go for it. Yeah, they will. They won't call the timeout. They're going to hold it. Pass is going to be bobbled up in the air. It was intended for Flores coming out of the backfield, but it falls incomplete. 58 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. Jabri Jackson in the shotgun formation. Bunch formation to the bottom of the screen. Jabri Jackson going to fire it, and it's going to fall incomplete. Oh, man. Just a little bit inaccurate on these throws, as it's a 3rd down and 10. 55 seconds left to go. Ball at the 39-yard line of the OKC Lancers. He's going to fire it out to Ronnie Campbell. He's big feet are going to step out of bounds before he could turn upfield. Oh, man, he would have had a first, probably would have got close to a first down. So on this 4th and 7, the kick is up. And it's no good. Alan Bolger missing the kick from distance. And so on the season, he falls to 6 of 8 in the field. 7 of 9, excuse me. He made one. Numbers were off just a little bit there, guys, so bear with me. But yeah, he is 7 of 9 now on the season. And so we'll have to see what Trey Mason III and company in the OKC offense want to do. With 46 seconds left, all 3 timeouts left, they could very much add on to the lead. Taking the shotgun snap is Trey Mason going to fire it out to his receiver. The pass will be caught by none other than John Johnson. And there's the first timeout for the OKC Lancers. And 1st down and 10. Ball inside the Houston Gunners territory. 40 seconds left to go. Trey Mason is going to fire across the middle. The pass is going to be bottled up in the air. And we'll have to see. Yeah, they didn't mark it incomplete. I thought there was a chance he could have caught it, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Trey Mason III taking the shotgun snap, going to fire it. Pass was intended for John Johnson again, but just overthrows him. So 3rd down and 10. Trey Mason has to just settle down a little bit. 34 seconds left to go. You got 2 timeouts. Takes the shotgun snap. Pocket is fine around him. He's going to throw it, but it's going to be intercepted by the Gunners. Can he go? He's going to be taken inside the OKC territory, and making the interception on the play was Dante Harmon, the third cornerback for the, actually the fourth cornerback for the Houston Gunners, making the interception there. The pass was intended for Kenny Bills. It falls into the waiting arms of Dante Harmon, who comes up with the interception, and a much-needed interception for the Houston Gunners. It's the last couple of drives for OKC. They've just been marching deep down the field on the Gunners defense. So big play. We'll have to see what Jabri Jackson can do here. He's got 3 timeouts left. It's going to be a screen. He's going to throw it, and Kramer almost comes up with the interception. What about that? Back-to-back interceptions. That would have been something special. So 24 seconds left. 2nd and 10. 7-3 ball game. Jabri Jackson taking the snap. Got fired at the Cruz, who gets absolutely cleaned out on the reception. Was not able to get a number on that truck, who just laid the boom on Colt Cruz. 3rd down and 10. Jackson throwing it over the middle yet again, and the pass is caught by Rutledge. And he's not going to get enough for the first down. Going to come up 2 yards short. So 4th down and 2, and it looks like the OKC does not want to call a timeout, and there is a timeout from Houston. Of all teams, we'll have to see. Maybe they're thinking about going for the long field goal here, and they will. So this is going to be a huge, huge field goal attempt from Alan Bolger, who missed it. The kick is up, and there was a guy back there who caught it, but he was out of bounds. Oh, man, that would have been something, because he would have had blocks out there to maybe possibly take it to the house. But great job by OKC actually having somebody back there, but the kick was no good. And with 3 seconds left, OKC and Trey Mason III, they're not going to take a knee. They're going to fire this thing up there. Mason deep downfield, and it's going to be bobbled up in the air. Pass was intended for Kenny Bills, but it falls incomplete as we've come to halftime here. And the score so far in the very entertaining, even though it was a low-scoring game, 7-3 OKC on top of Houston. But man, we'll have to see if the offenses can pick it up in the second half as we get ready here. And so the kick is going to be away from Garrison Charles. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. It's OKC and Trey Mason III. We'll get the ball here to start the second half as you take a look. 10 of 19, 90 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The interception was just a poor read on Mason's part. So he'll start under the center in the I formation. Going to be play action. Pressure coming, and he's going to be hit and dropped. And coming up with the sack. Big sack right there. And so Burns, number 52, coming up and making the tackle. Getting his sack. As Michael Burns, the outside linebacker, they had the blitz coming. It was picked up beautifully by Bruce and Gary, the fullback and halfback. But as soon as Burns was able to get past his block on the offensive line, it was just a beeline to the quarterback. And so 2nd down and 19. Mason the third. Play action. He's going to fire it, and it's going to be bottled up in the air. It could have been caught out there. It probably should have been caught by Hobbs, but it falls incomplete, as we still haven't gotten any word from TJ Winsney on his injury. So on his 3rd down and 19, Mason the third will fire it out to Kenny Bills, who's going to get 1 yard past the original line to 3 yards past the original line of scrimmage. So it's set up a 4th and 7 for Harmon, who had the interception, coming up and making the tackle for Kenny Bills and holding him to just the head and not making sure he doesn't get anywhere close to the first down marker. So just a great job by the Houston Gunners defense, making the sack there, getting the OKC offense back behind the chains. So the punt will be away from Padrino, and it will be fielded by Ford, who's going to try to get something positive, and he's only going to get to the 15. Might have let that one bounce, possibly. But Jabri Jackson on his first first series of the second half. We'll have to see what the coaching staff for the Gunners want to do. And so he'll come out in the shotgun formation, first down and 10 at the 15-yard line. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Flores, who's got some blocks out there. He's going to try to cut it back inside. He's only going to get up to the 20-yard line. So Ricky Flores coming in, 39 carries, 146 rushing yards on the season thus far. Going to hand off to Ray Jr. He's got some blocks up in front. He's going to get enough for the first down past the 30 to the 31-yard line before McNally coming from a safety spot and making the tackle on Jr. With the two running backs, Ray Jr. has been doing most work on the ground, while Ricky Flores has been just converting every third down attempt in the first half. It felt like. And this first down and 10, Jabri Jackson going to fire deep to the field. Oh, it is going to be caught and getting his feet down. Kavian Ford Jr., number 11, making the beautiful tippy-toe catch there on the sideline. Just a beautiful throw by Jabri Jackson. Just what a dot there to the sideline. And Kavian Ford, all he had to do was just make sure his feet were in bounds, because McNally had no KC's going to try to challenge it, see if maybe Kavian Ford did not get his feet in, but I think this one's going to stand, boys and girls out there watching on YouTube. And yeah, just a beautiful dot from Jabri Jackson, and McNally from his safety spot just had no answer on that one. Kavian Ford and Jabri Jackson, they just have a thing. We'll have to see what the refs will uphold the call, so OKC will be charged a timeout. That could be big if heading into the fourth quarter. First down and 10. Jabri Jackson will keep it on the option play. He even faked me out and getting past the 30. And then Kramer making the tackle. Maybe like to see Jackson get down there, but just to avoid the fumbles, you don't want to turn the football over. You're winning the turnover possession. You don't want to give the football back to OKC, but first down anyway, and Houston just continues to keep the drive marching deep downfield. We saw this in their very first series when they marched down the field. We'll have to see if they can actually turn this one into points. Jabri Jackson under center. It's going to be a handoff to a junior who's going to get past the 25, get tackled at the 22-yard line, pick up a 6 on that rushing attempt, setting up a 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line. Jabri Jackson takes a shotgun snap, play action. He's got a fighter across the middle, and the pass will be caught out there by Rutledge and getting inside the 10 to the 6-yard line before he's hit and dropped. And so Rutledge is over 50 yards. He's got 5 receptions for 52 yards. And coming in, he had 18 receptions for 228 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season. So dude is just doing work week in and week out. Maybe it might not be the highest yards-wise, but as long as you're getting into the end zone, that's all that matters, because they're putting up points on the board. And Ray Jr. will get the handoff, and he just walks right into the end zone. He does a spin move, but that was only for show, as the blocking up front for the Gunners was just magnificent on that run play. And Ray Jr. wasn't even touched until he got into the end zone. And Ray Jr. getting his first house call for 6 here in the ball game tonight, and adding to the 2 touchdowns he has on the season, so make that his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season. The extra point attempt is up and good from Bulger, and just like that, Houston marching down the field and tacking on 6 points and giving them their first touchdown of the game. 10-7 is your ball game. I just want to say hey again to everybody at chat. Thanks for tuning in and finishing up the action here on a action-packed Saturday. As closing out the game, closing out the Saturday slate is something that I like. It's just a great feeling, you know, knowing that the Smitty and Rob trust you enough to close out the slate of games, and just want to thank them for everything that they've given me the opportunity. So first down and 10, Trey Mason the third. The pitch it out to O'Quinn this time. and getting hit and dropped in the backfield. They're going to say Costin there on the tackle. As these pitch plays just haven't worked. As you see 27 in there as well, Golston. They just haven't worked at all. It seems like every time that OKC wants to run these pitch plays, they're just getting hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. So maybe something they want to get rid of. And so quick throw out on the receiver screen here. And going up the field, Kenny Bills, man. What a dude is quick, lightning fast, getting inside Gunner's territory to the 41-yard line. And you gotta wonder what the Gunners were thinking there. As you take a look, Harmon was diving for his speed and just not able to get him. Came up with the interception in the end of the first half, but there he just dives for air and comes up empty. And give credit, Kenny Bills, man, making some guys miss there, getting some more yards after contact. So first down and 10 at the 41-yard line, play action. Trey Mason across the middle, pass is caught by Kane, who's going to get past the 30, enough for the first down to the 27-yard line. And Trey Mason, even with the interception and the touchdown that he has, give props to him for fighting. Play action. Mason has some time, but he's going to have to throw it quick. He does, and oh man, it could have been intercepted yet again. Will Christie out there in coverage. The middle linebacker getting his big juicy paws up and knocking the football away. Second down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Mason throwing it underneath. Pass is caught by Kenny Bills, who's going to get close to the first down, just a couple of yards short. 4 yards short to be exact, setting up a third down and 4. They're inside the red zone at the 21. Mason the third taking the shotgun snap. He's going to fire it. Pass is going to be caught by Johnson, getting enough for the first down and getting inside the 10-yard line to the 7. The third reception on the day for John Johnson. And he's been making he seems to come up with the big receptions when needed to. On that third down attempt, he had a couple of nice catches in the first half, and he's just been the blanket that Trey Mason III needs. So John Johnson on the season has 22 receptions for 336 yards, and pass is going to be thrown to the backup tight end, Zach Hobbs, replacing the injured TJ Wisney. Still haven't gotten any word, but the pass falls incomplete. Second and goal. Trey Mason III will hand it off to Gary, who's going to go up the middle, getting inside the 4 to the 3. Third down and goal. Trey Mason III in the shotgun formation. He's got Gary set up to his right. He's going to take the snap. Does he have enough to get into the end zone? Pockets on the clash. He's going to throw it underneath to Gary, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss of 2. Big play by Marlon Wharton. Excuse me on that name, jeez. Rutan coming up and making the play. Just a big play there from the linebacker, coming up, making the tackle on Gary, and Gary just hasn't been able to do hasn't done anything in the receiving game thus far. And so Jaquan Gonzalez will come up to attempt the field goal, and the kick is up and good. So Gonzalez is now 11 for 11 on the season, as we're all knotted up at 10. Just a beautiful answering drive from Trey Mason III. He's just a couple of his second drive and marching his team downfield after the adversity of the interception when they were marching down the field in the first half, and just shaking that off is just something that you like to see from quarterbacks here in the RFL. As you take a look at Ray Jr. and what he's done in the first half and since. We'll have to see what Houston decides to do here. They've been throwing the football with precision, and just like to see that keep going. Although Ray Jr. can do some damage in the run game, as he done this game. And the pass is caught by Kavian Ford, and going for the interception and coming up with error was Tyrone Anderson, the cornerback, who probably should have went for the sure tackle there, but decided to go for the interception. You'll see it on replay. You just see him coming across. Looked like he was either going for the interception or trying to bat it down, but But anyway, Kayvon Ford making the reception and getting the first down. Just knowing that you have that blanket for Jabri Jackson is just awesome. So it looks like Kayvon Ford making some big plays here. Maybe something they wanted to do in the coming out of the locker room. As Cole Cruz will get nothing and like it as Tim Pennington coming from his linebacker spot, reading that receiver screen pass and not having anything of it. You just can't run that when you're on that side of the football. Tim Pennington is just a beast, and we've seen in the game and just on the season that it was stats. So 2nd and 13 to Jabri Jackson, the shotgun formation play action. You're going to fire it across the middle, and it's going to be caught on the outside by Ronnie Cam, the tight end. Not someone that we've heard a lot of, and probably someone that I'd like to see get involved a little bit more. He's been making big plays, and it's only his 3rd reception on the day as he comes up 2 yards short of the first down marker. But yeah, Ronnie Cam, just a big body tight end, somebody that Jabri Jackson should be looking for just a little bit more. Maybe the Gunners can work on that. As Jabri Jackson on the option keeper, who's going to be hit in the backfield by Fine and actually shrugs off the tackle. And then Sean Carter coming down and finishing it up with a 2nd tackle for loss. And it will set up a 4th down and 5. The Gunners have been calling these option plays. They have been working, but give credit to OKC and not allowing this option to work here is Kason Fine, who's been one of the more active linebackers, even though all 3 of them have been active all game. But he's been the one that's been most eye-popping in today's game. And so the punt will be away from Garrison Charles, and it will go into the out of bounds at the 14-yard line. So Trey Mason III, who just marched his team downfield, and will get another crack at it, 16-28 for 168 yards. And then he's 1-1 touchdown to tight end, or touchdown to interception ratio in the game today. So 1st down and 10. Another pitch play, this time to O'Quinn, and it won't be a tackle for loss, but it's still going to go for no gain as Rutan coming up and making the tackle. So 2nd down and 10. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Trey Mason III, huge drop back. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass is going to be caught by Hobbs. He's going to get past the 25 to the 29-yard line. As Trey Mason III hurries up his play calling here. 1st down and 10. He's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to fire it to Hobbs yet again. He's going to get just a couple of yards. And so it's going to be a pickup of 3 before he's tackled by a host of Gunners defenders. 2nd down and 7. Minute 20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Trey Mason III play action. He's going to fire it out, but give credit on the coverage to the Gunners as it was close to a PI, but they ruled that it was a clean play. So great defense. Pressure coming on Mason. He's going to be hit and dropped by Will Christie, coming in and making his 1st sack of the night. And boy, just a great drive defensive-wise from the Gunners. As you take a look, they called a blitz again on 3rd down, and they come up and make the play again. And so Will Christie has just been making play after play. He's got 39 tackles on the season, 2 tackles for loss. He's got 1 forced fumble and a half sack, so give him 1.5 sacks on the season. And so the punt will be away from Pedrino. They're calling his name a lot here. And Kayvon Ford will get the football up to the 34-yard line. And so that's where Jabri Jackson will start this drive with 33 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Ready. 58 for Mike. Coming to you.
So he'll take the pistol formation snap, and he's going to hand it off to Ray Jr., who's going to try to go up the left side. He's going to be hit and dropped by McNally in the backfield, who comes up from the safety spot. God, every time that I've called, this is my 2nd OKC game that I've called, and McNally's been just one of those safeties that he doesn't care about his body. He'll come down, lay the hit on you. And so setting up is 2nd down and 12. We're going to come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We're all knotted up at 10. Everybody put your 4s up in the chat. Get some popcorn, come back, get rejuvenated, get some water, whatever you like. Whatever your recommended whatever your recommended beverage of choice is, go get it, come back. We're in the 4th quarter. Ray Jr. is going to try to go up the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Fine coming in as well as number 27, Sean Carter, yet again coming down for the Lancers. And boy, they when they make a beeline to the football, when they know you're running the football, there's just no way around it. So 3rd down and 14. Jabri Jackson will go in the shotgun formation. He's got Ricky Flores, his go-to buddy. Can he fire it to him? No, but he's going to fire it to Ronnie Cam, who's got enough for the 1st down pass. McField down inside the 40 to the 35-yard line of the Lancers before he's knocked out. Yeah, Ronnie Cam, I mentioned this in the 3rd quarter, that they need to start getting him more involved in the game and just in season in general. And they're coming up with a big reception, yards after catch, getting the football inside Lancers territory to the deep in their own territory to the 35-yard line. Great pitch and catch from Jabri Jackson. He's been throwing dots all game. 1st down and 10. Handoff to Ray Jr. He's going to try to go up the middle. He will to the 31-yard line before he's dropped there.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Double dog.
William Hollis on the tackle. So 2nd and 6. He'll be thrown out to Kayvon Ford Jr., who's going to get inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Beautiful pitch and catch, 13 yards after reception. And Kayvon Ford, you wouldn't have known it just by watching the game, but he's already passed 100 yards. And just coming up play after play when his number is called, he makes the nice reception. As soon as he gets the reception, he turns his foot upfield, and as soon as he puts his foot in the ground and heads north, there's just nothing that most defenses can do. Even a good one like OKC can't even corral him. So 1st down and goal, handoff to Ricky Flores. But Tim Pennington again making the tackle. Ball at the 9-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pistol formation here, Jabri Jackson getting the he's going to be a speed option. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield yet again. Chase Schilling, we haven't heard much of him in the game, getting a tackle along with Jawan Fells coming in there as well. And I'm just stunned by what the Gunners' offensive line has done to Chase Schilling so far in the game. I mean, this guy has just been all over the place and just hasn't been able to do anything in the game. Jabri Jackson, 3rd down and goal, takes a shotgun snap, and he's going to be hit by Kramer as he tried to run up the middle. And Kramer coming from his linebacker spot and just laying a shot on Jabri Jackson. Luckily, Jackson held on to the football as he took a pop. As he'll take a look. Pressure was coming that forced Jabri Jackson. He tried to go up the middle, and then Kramer was just waiting for him inside the hole when he was trying to get run up the middle. There you see Kramer just taking a shot on Jabri Jackson. That's something you don't want to see if you're a Gunners fan or a Gunners player or coach. And so the kicker, Alan Bolger, will have to come out to attempt a field goal. Kick is up, and it's through the uprights in Houston in the 4th quarter. 10:43 left to go. Have a 13-10 lead over the OKC Lancers. And this would be a huge game in the RFL and the NFC for the Houston Gunners if they're able to pull it out. I know I mentioned it earlier, but the Memphis Steamers at 5-0 seem to be running away with the NFC East. Even though we're only 6 weeks in, still plenty of weeks left. But the Gunners at 3-2, they need to start getting on the winning track. Need to start playing Houston Gunners football, and we'll have to see. They've been doing it here today. They've been holding OKC, who's 4-1. They've been Houston's been the better team thus far, and they have the lead. And the pass from Trey Mason III to Hobbs across the middle will go for a first down and get the ball up to the 42-yard line. First down and 10. Shotgun formation for Trey Mason III. He's got Gary to his right. He's going to take the snap, throwing it deep downfield. Pass is going to be caught inside the 25-yard line to the 24. Pass is caught by DeAndre Kane, who just beat the Gunners secondary there before Hoskins was able to come to make the tackle. And there you just see Kane from the slot just running deep across the middle of the field. And just a beautiful target and a beautiful dot from Trey Mason III. Beautiful arc on the football, getting it to his playmaking receiver. Pressure coming. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass is going to be caught by Hobbs. He's going to get close to the 10. He's going to be tackled at the 12-yard line. Inside Gunners territory, deep downfield inside the red zone. Trey Mason III is in the zone. He's going to fire it to Hobbs yet again. He's going to get inside the 10 to the 9 before he's hit and dropped by the Gunners defense. Trey Mason III will go under center. Nate O'Quinn will be dotting the I. Play action. Pressure coming. He needs to throw it. He won't. He's going to be hit and dropped for a sack. Leonard George coming in from the defensive end spot and making the sack. Just a big play for the Gunners defense and a poor play from the OKC Lancers offense. As if you're going to call a play action, might as well just have it in the shotgun, so at least you got that cushion of the 5 yards that they go back on the shotgun. But handoff to Rice on Gary's going to get some of the yards back and get to the 7, which sets up a 4th down and 4. And so it looks like OKC will have to send Gonzalez out to attempt the field goal that would, pending it, would tie the game at 13. Let's take a look at Gary making some nice moves, running through the hole. He had some nice blocks, just not able to get enough for the first down, coming up 4 yards short. And so Jaquin Gonzalez will come out to attempt the field goal. It's up and it's good. And so Gonzalez tacks on another 3, tying the football game up at 13. So good drive by Trey Mason III, marching the Lancers downfield, tacking on 3, tying the football game up at 13. 6:51 left to go. We're getting into crunch time here in the 4th quarter as Kayvon Ford will knee the football in the end zone. So Jabri Jackson and company will start their next series. As you take a look at Kayvon Ford Jr., 7 receptions, 101 yards. No touchdown, surprisingly, even though he's been doing that work against the OKC Lancers defense. We'll have to see if he could get into the end zone here in the last 6:50 in the 4th quarter. Jabri Jackson takes the shotgun for a snap. He's going to fire it to Cole Cruz. He's got enough for the first down, gets up to the 42-yard line before he is tackled on the play by Deshaun Fells, the cornerback for the OKC Lancers. And so already the Gunners on one play getting 20 yards and getting the football up to the 42-yard line. Just under 20 yards. Just a beautiful route running by Cole Cruz. Actually, on the season, he's got 18 receptions for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 72 yards per game as Ray Jr. will get creamed by Kason Fine. And he'll be tackled for no gain on the play. 4 tackles for Kason Fine. 2nd down and 10. Jabri Jackson takes a shotgun snap. He's going to roll out. He's got it. Let's see if he gets enough for the first down. He does, and he's going to be hit and tackled by Kramer at the 49-yard line. So Jabri Jackson, wow, they marked him a yard short. I thought for sure that he got through past the first down marker, but they must have said that he went backwards on his own. So 3rd down and 1, surprising. Handoff to Ray Jr. is going to get enough for the first down here. Get past the 45 to the 43-yard line. And Ray Jr. with 26 rushing yards on the season. So not one of his better games on the season, but doing the work when his number is called, that's all that matters in the league. just show that you can make plays. And when your number is called, and he's been doing it, it seems like the Gunners wanted to do more air attack here against the Lancers defense. So just under 4:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Quick throw out to Rutledge. He's going to get up to the 43-yard line. So tackle on the play by Dunlap for no gain. Second down and 10. Jabri Jackson in the shotgun formation. He's going to fire underneath. Pass will be caught by Ronnie Cam. And so he'll get up to the 39-yard line, setting up a third down and 6. Trips to the top of the screen. Jabri Jackson in the shotgun formation. Ricky Flores to his left. Jackson taking the snap. He's going to fire across the middle, and Caven Ford Jr. with the drop. Just something you don't see from the stud receiver. As he was wide open, he beat his man. Oh, he hit him in the hands. It hit him in the hands and falls incomplete. And Jabri Jackson, he just got a feel for. That was a big play, and it falls incomplete. 2:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a very good. This is gonna make some people's hearts start to race here with 2:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. And if you're liking what you're seeing and you're new to the RFL, please go to the Relocation Football League website, relocationfootballleague.com. You can go on there. You can check out all the stats, all the standings. Trey Mason III will fire it out, and the pass will be caught there by Devin Schlesinger, the third tight end. As Gary gets the handoff, he's got enough for the first down, gets up to the 40-yard line as we're coming to the 2-minute warning. And so at the 2-minute warning, we're all knotted up at 13. OKC, Houston Gunners. Final 2 minutes, guys and girls in the chat. And like I was saying, go to the Relocation Football League website, relocationfootballleague.com. You can fill out an application to be a player, as Gary will get the screen pass, getting it up to the 46-yard line before he's tackled on the play by Sheldon Hoskins yet again. 2nd and 4. Trey Mason III will fire underneath. Pass will be caught by Zach Hobbs, who's going to get enough for the first down. He gets the ball inside Houston Gunners territory. Trey Mason III. Pressure coming, and he throws it. Pass is going to be caught by Kayan, who's going to get to the 30-yard line. And the timeout is called by Houston. Just a great drive by Trey Mason III. But if you guys want to, you can fill out the application to be a player. There's also the application to be a coach. We still have coaching spots available. It's the handoff to Gary. He's going to go up the middle to the 22-yard line. And Houston will take their second timeout, as they know this is when their defense needs to make a stop. Their defense has been playing lights out, holding OKC to just 13 points in the game. Handoff to Gary. It's going to be close. He gets to the 21. And that is enough for a first down. And it looks like Trey Mason III just marched the Lancers downfield in what could be the game-winning field goal. As Gary will get the handoff. He's got enough for the first down yet again. And getting inside the 10 to the 7. As Rayshawn Gary, he's got 5 yards. He's averaging 5 yards after contact. And just on this drive, just been OKC's been feeding him, and he's been just making plays. 53 seconds left to go. First down and goal. Handoff to Gary. He's going to go up the middle and get into the end zone. Rayshawn Gary with his 10th career rushing touchdown. And just like that, Rayshawn Gary into the end zone, getting a house call for 6 here, and a big one at that. But did they leave too much time for Jabri Jackson to lead the Gunners back downfield? As Gonzalez, his extra point attempt is up and good, giving OKC a 20-13 lead late in the fourth quarter. 48 seconds left to go. But like I said, did they leave too much time on the clock for Jabri Jackson to march downfield in what could tie the game up. We'll have to see. So Ryshawn Gary getting his 3rd rushing touchdown on the season. And the kick is away. It's going to go into the end zone. And Kayvon Ford will take the knee there as Jabri Jackson and company. We'll have to see. They got some playmakers on their offense. We know about them. They have no timeouts? Can they go downfield? It's gonna be a tough one, especially with the runoff that they're gonna get as well. So 1st down and 10 at the 25-yard line, 48 seconds. Jabri in the shotgun. He's gonna fire to Ronnie Cam, who's gonna get past the 30 to the 32. They're gonna have to hurry up. 27 seconds left. Jabri Jackson taking the shotgun snap. Gonna fire deep downfield. It's gonna be caught. Did he get out of bounds? No, he didn't. He didn't get out of bounds. So this is it. Ball at the 44-yard line. Jabri Jackson needs to throw this one deep downfield. He's gonna throw it. It's gonna fall incomplete. Oh, you gotta feel for Houston there, as the pass falls incomplete. Rel James, you see him there frustrated on the sidelines. You got to feel for the Houston Gunners as they fall to 3-3, and it doesn't get any easier as next week Houston has to travel to Columbus to take on the Explorers. OKC, they this was definitely a challenge for them, as their offense didn't seem to be going there in the first quarter, but they turned it around in the second half. And next they go to 5-1, and next week they will take on the Marshalls, as that will be an NFC South battle that we'll have to see. That could determine it here early in the season, because both teams are 4-1 when now OKC is 5-1. We'll have to see what the Marshalls do this week. And yeah, I mean, just a great ball game all the way around. And just want to say that that we closed up the night here on Saturday, and be sure to tune in on Sundays. We got some more games for you. We got the Riverhogs and the Black Knights at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, and then at 7:30 Eastern on Sunday we got the Diablos and the Desperados on RFL Twitch, and then on Monday the Snowhawks take on the Elks on YouTube, and then that's at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern the Aviators take on the Huskies on Twitch. So that will close up, those 4 games will close up the RFL Week 6 action. And again, just want to thank everybody for tuning into tonight's broadcast. Want to let everybody know to drive home safe, and we'll see you all next week. With the final score here was 20. Yeah, the final score here with OKC 20-13 over the Houston Gunners. Just want to say thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everybody, to Smitty, the commish of the RFL, and Rob Roby, who are back in the studio, who are helping me broadcast tonight's action. So just want to say thank you to them. So everybody have a good night. Peace out.